Okay, we are on chapter 10, part 2. Nothing we can do, not for Dally or Johnny or Tim Shepard or any of us. My stomach gave a violent start and turned into a hunk of ice. The world was spinning around me, and blobs of faces and visions of things past were dancing in the red mist that covered the lot. It swirled into a mass of colors, and I felt myself swaying on my feet. Someone cried, "Glory! Look at the kid!" And the ground rushed up to meet me very suddenly. When I woke up, it was light. It was awfully quiet. Too quiet. I mean, our house just isn't naturally quiet. The radio's usually going full blast, and the TV is turned up loud, and people are wrestling and knocking over lamps and tripping over the coffee table and yelling at each other. Something was wrong, but I couldn't figure it out. Something had happened. I couldn't remember what. I blinked at Soda bewilderingly. He was sitting at the edge of the bed watching me. "Soda?" My voice sounded weak and hoarse. "Is somebody sick?" "Yeah." His voice was oddly gentle. "Go back to sleep now." An idea was slowly dawning on me. Am I sick? He stroked my hair. "Yeah, you're sick. Now be quiet." I had one more question. I was still kind of mixed up. "Is Derry sorry I'm sick?" I had a funny feeling that Derry was sad because I was sick. Everything seemed vague and hazy. Soda gave me a funny look. He was quiet for a moment. "Yeah, he's sorry you're sick. Now, please shut up, will you, honey? Go back to sleep." I closed my eyes. I was awful tired. When I woke up next, it was daylight, and I was hot under all the blankets on me. I was thirsty and hungry, but my stomach was so uneasy I knew I wouldn't be able to hold anything down. Derry had pulled the armchair into the bedroom and was asleep in it. He should be at work, I thought. Why is he asleep in the armchair? "Hey, Derry," I said, softly shaking his knee. "Hey, Derry, wake up." He opened his eyes. "Pony boy, you okay?" "Yeah," I said, I think so." Something had happened, but I still couldn't remember it, although I was thinking a lot clearer than I was the last time I'd woken up. He sighed in relief and pushed my hair back. "Gosh, kid, you had us scared to death." "What's the matter with me?" He shook his head. "I told you you were in no condition for a rumble. Exhaustion, shock, minor concussion, and Two-Bit came blubbering over here with some tale about how you were running a fever before the rumble and how it was all his fault you were sick. He was pretty torn up that night," Derry said. He was quiet for a minute. We all were. And then I remembered. Dallas and Johnny were dead. Don't think of them. I thought, don't remember how Johnny was your buddy. Don't remember that he didn't want to die. Don't think of Dally breaking up in the hospital, crumbling under the streetlight. Try to think that Johnny is better off now. Try to remember that Dally would have ended up like that sooner or later. Best of all, don't think. Blank your mind. Don't remember. Don't remember. "Where did I get a concussion?" I said. My head itched, but I couldn't scratch it for the bandage. "How long have I been asleep?" "You got a concussion from getting kicked in the head. Soda saw it. He landed all over that Soch. I've never seen him so mad. I think he could have whipped anyone in the state he was in. Today's Tuesday. You've been asleep and delirious since Saturday night. Don't you remember?" "No," I said slowly. "Derry, I'm not ever going to be able to make up the school I've missed. And I've still got to go to court and talk to the police about Bob's getting killed. And now, with Dally?" I took a deep breath. "Derry, do you think they'll split us up? Put me in a home or something?" He was silent. "I don't know, baby. I just don't know." I stared at the ceiling. What would it be like, I wondered, staring at a different ceiling? What would it be like in a different bed, in a different room? There was a hard, painful lump in my throat that I couldn't swallow. "Don't you even remember being in the hospital?" Derry asked. He was trying to change the subject. I shook my head. "I don't remember. You kept asking me and Soda. You kept asking for me and Soda. Sometimes for Mom and Dad, too, but mostly for Soda. Something in his tone of voice made me look at him, mostly for soda. Did I ask for Darry at all? Or was he just saying that? Darry? I didn't quite know what I wanted to say, but I had a sick feeling that maybe I hadn't called for him while I was delirious. Maybe I had only wanted Soda Pop to be with me. What all had I said while I was sick? I couldn't remember. I didn't want to remember. Johnny left you his copy of Gone with the Wind, told the nurse he wanted you to have it. I looked at the paperback lying on the table. I didn't want to finish it. I'd never get past the part where the Southern gentlemen go riding into sure death because they are gallant. Southern gentlemen with big black eyes and blue jeans and t-shirts. Southern gentlemen crumbling under streetlights. Don't remember. Don't try to decide which one died gallant. Don't remember. Where's Soda? I asked. And then I could have kicked myself. Why can't you talk to Darry, you idiot? I said to myself. Why do you feel uncomfortable talking to Darry? Asleep, I hope. I thought he was going to go to sleep shaving this morning and cut his throat. I had to push him to bed, but he was out like a light in a second. Darry's hopes that Soda was asleep were immediately ruined because he came running in, clad only in a pair of blue jeans. Hey, pony boy! He yelped and leaped for me, but Darry caught him. No rough stuff, little buddy. So Soda had to content himself with bouncing up and down on the bed and pounding on my shoulder. Gosh, but you were sick. You feel okay now? I'm okay, just a little hungry. I should think you would be, Darry said. You wouldn't eat anything most of the time you were sick. How'd you like some mushroom soup? I suddenly realized just how empty I was. Man, I'd like that just fine. I'll go make some. Soda Pop, take it easy with him, okay? Soda looked back at him indignantly. You'd think I was going to challenge him to a track meet or something right off the bat. Oh no, I groaned. Track meet. I guess that just puts me out of every race. I won't be back in condition for the meets, and the coach was counting on me. Golly, there's always next year, Soda said. Soda never has grasped the importance Darry and I put on athletics. Like, he never has understood why we went all out for studying. Don't sweat it about some track meet. Soda, I said suddenly, what all did I say while I was delirious? Oh, you thought you were in Windricksville most of the time. Then you kept saying that Johnny didn't mean to kill that Soch. Hey, I didn't know you didn't like bologna. I went cold. I don't like it. I never liked it. Soda just looked at me. You used to eat it. That's why you wouldn't eat anything while you were sick. You kept saying you didn't like bologna, no matter what it was we were trying to get you to eat. Well, I don't like it, I repeated. Soda, did I ask for Darry while I was sick? Yeah, sure, he said, looking at me strangely. You asked for him and me both. Sometimes Mom and Dad. And for Johnny. Oh, I thought maybe I didn't ask for Darry. It was bugging me. Soda grinned. Well, you did, so don't worry. We stayed with you so much the doctor told us that we were going to end up in the hospital ourselves if we didn't get some sleep. But we didn't get any anyway. I took a good look at him. He looked completely worn out. There were circles under his eyes, and he had a tense, tired look to him. Yet his dark eyes were still laughing and carefree and reckless. You look beat, I said frankly. I bet you ain't had 3 hours sleep since Saturday night. He grinned, but didn't deny it. Scoot over. He crawled over me and flopped down, and before Darry came back in with the soup, we were both asleep.